Yo, this is your boy, the Crazy Man. We have a special show for you. You don't want to miss this. Check it out.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your meds, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the craze. If you are an independent, catch the craze. Making moves on your own, catch the craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the craze. Join the movement, catch the craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the craze. What's up, everybody? This is your boy, the Crazy Man, and this is a special show. This is a unique show. We've never done something like this before. And it's a dedication show. It's really giving props to a creator that's been supportive of the craze going back to early 2000s. And very talented creator, artist, streamer, been on everybody's podcast, been killing it in the game, and I believe now she's coming into her own. Like, everything's coming full circle, right? So her and her husband, JD Calderon, talented couple. They've been friends of the craze, supporters of the craze forever. And from that, time to time, we always love to give back to the people that have been dedicated to us, especially in the community. They're not just indie creators, but they're friends. But it's great when you can have both, right? And so Daphne Lage, been around the block for a long time. And we're going to show you some highlights from, I think this video that we're going to show in a minute was from Wizard World Philly. And she was interviewed by Dadian, one of our field reporters. And if you don't know about the craze, when we first launched back in 2006, we had field teams. We had Michelle St. Martin, we had Dadian Torres, we had Johnny Syfax was a field reporter. We were killing it. I mean, it was pretty dope. Keith Murphy represented the craze, and he did all of the interviews live at San Diego Comic-Con. And Keith Murphy currently has a Kickstarter going on right now for Road to Valhalla. So if you haven't checked it out, go and support Keith Murphy. But again, Keith was also part of CAG, Comic Artists Guild, and so I was sitting here because we didn't have an episode for this Friday. And so I was taking a look back, and Daphne is also a sponsor of Catch the Craze. So she sponsored several episodes of the show. And so this is my way of saying, you know what, I appreciate your support, I appreciate your friendship, I appreciate your loyalty. And because of that, I want to make you aware of how talented she is. I mean, she has her book, Tall Tales. She's been Egoraven. I'm sorry. She has Egoraven right now, and it's killing it on Kickstarter. It's over $3,000. I think 93 backers. Trying to get to $5,000. Break the 100 backer. Go after that. And she definitely can with your help if you go and pledge right now. Link is below for Egoraven. But check out this clip. The early days. This is 2008 in Philly, Wizard World Philly.
We're here at the Wizard World Philadelphia, and we're here with Daphne Lage, and we're going to talk to her about the work that she does. So, I'm going to tell us something about who you are and what you have. Cool. My name's Daphne, which of course I said before, and I work on a comic called Tall Tales, which I've been working on for like the past 20-something years because I'm just that slow. It's sort of like if Disney did Lord of the Rings. It's an epic fantasy adventure. And so far we have 3 volumes out of 4 volumes. The 4th volume definitely will be ready for San Diego. Although, I've been saying that for a bit, but this time I'm actually working on the pages, so that's good.
Now that was a cool clip. And you can see she's been in the game. We're in 2021 right now. That was 2008. And look how much material she had back then, right? And this is an audio clip. I have the video footage somewhere. I just gotta find it. But I have the video somewhere. But because we always captured audio and video separately, and because when you're recording live at a venue, sometimes the camera, the audio comes in choppy. So we always had a microphone attached to a separate audio recorder. So this way we captured it clean, and I did other editing and I would splice them together. But this right here is just a short clip. It's audio interview of Daphne Lage with Michelle St. Martin, I believe, at New York Comic Con. I believe it was also the same year. Check it out.
Crazy comments.
Testing. This is Catch the Craze, the heart of the industry. I am here at the 2008 New York Comic Con. I am here, Tall Tales, Daphne and Jose. They are also, Jose is actually the owner of Dreamweaver Press, correct? All right, how you guys doing?
Oh, pretty good. Actually, it's we're having fun. We're having fun here. Yeah, it's been a while since there's been a good New York show, so.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fantastic show. A lot of people, good turnout.
Yeah. And a very good vibe, too. I like that. Yeah.
It's massive this year. We're taking over the entire Jacob Javits Center, and it's just incredible. All right, let's get to you guys, because this is what it's all about, getting you guys out there, getting you guys exposed. How did this begin?
It began a long, long time ago in 1993. We've been pretty much doing self-publishing since we were in high school, and we haven't stopped since. I mean, it's like where a lot of our peers actually dropped off after like a couple of months. Like they literally just stopped publishing. People are still surprised to see us after all this time still self-publishing. I mean, self-publishing has been our first love. It's our last love. It's our only love. So. That's what we do. I mean, although granted, it is a little odd that it's taken me 20 years to do 20 issues, but it wouldn't be independent if it wasn't.
I hear that. No, I completely understand that.
Wow, the memories, right? So here is a creator that's been in the game for a long time. And you know it's crazy because JD and Daphne, they have properties that I believe should be in the hands of Disney, Pixar, Blue Sky, DreamWorks. They just haven't had the right exposure, right? But they have the material, they have the talent, they have the history. The characters have so much depth to them. And they've been working for such a long time, and they love what they do, and they complement each other. It's a true power couple. And I think that 2022 is the year where everything just takes off for them. I feel it in my bones, which is why you should support her Kickstarter right now. Egoraven, currently on Kickstarter. And Daphne was also one of the first ones that we had on our show when we came back. Now, we came back after a 10-year hiatus. So remember, we left the game in 08. Probably those were the last shows. I think it was 08, 09. I think my last appearance was probably San Diego Comic Con 2009. So it's probably the last time I recorded a podcast. And then we came back 2019. Right? And Daphne was one of the first guests on our show. Check out a clip from when we first came back. Look how raw we were coming back, just feeling our way. The boys, the crazy man, and the dreamer. Check it out.
All right, we're back. Welcome to Catch the Craze, and we have a special guest on the show. Hello, Daphne.
Daphne, what's up?
Hi. Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you been?
Oh, good.
Happy New Year and all that good stuff.
Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, New Year.
New Year. What'd you guys do? Did you guys do anything fun for New Year's or?
Slept in. We're old.
Sam was telling me this is the first year they stayed up.
This is the first year in 20 years that we were up for New Year's.
Oh, no. It's been years since we stayed up till midnight. By around 9 o'clock, I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. Oh, man. So what's
Yeah.
going on? What are some of the things you're wearing? I saw you have a YouTube channel up.
Oh yeah. That's one of the things that I'm trying to work on more for this year.
Yeah.
Is putting up more videos.
Mm-hmm.
I spent like last year like really, I guess, honing my craft on doing YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And this year I seem to have a good idea as to what works and what doesn't.
Nice.
So now it's just making the videos to see if my information is correct.
Gotcha. Yeah. I saw that you had that Inktober 2019 fail video.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
had up on the, that's funny, man. That is funny. But isn't that funny how now it's like you can just, you record and you put it up online and that's it. It's like.
Well, no, it's not that. It took me like I think about 5 hours to edit everything.
Oh man, that's awesome.
It's like you have no idea how much time all the ums and ahs take up.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
That's amazing. So the
yeah.
YouTube channel has what kind of stuff on there for people who may want to know?
It has tutorials, speed paints, where it's just like a time lapse of some artwork that I'm doing. I have some art supply reviews, and when I'm feeling really frisky, some commentary.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah. So so it's like I try to keep it pretty much art focused.
Mm-hmm.
I had some various stuff, a lot more various stuff before when I was trying to figure out what to do with the channel. But once I had enough videos on there for the algorithm to start working in my favor, then it's like, oh, okay, so this is what works, this is what doesn't. People they like the art supply stuff, but they also like the commentary. So now it's just trying to find a nice middle ground as to like what people really want to see. So.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Can you believe it? Can you believe that? That is just crazy. And since then, Daphne has made several appearances on our show. And I'm excited to show you some of these clips where she's talking about her project, her baby, this amazing brand IP that she has in her possession that you need to get a copy of right now. I'm serious. You need to get yourself a copy of Egoraven, multiple copies, whatever it is, because I have originals from back then in the archives, in my crates. I have Oswald Chronicles by J.D. Calderon. I have his prose before it became comics. So I have the best of both worlds, right? And so you want to get that, because you can say I was one of those that was part of the support team that helped fuel that fire, right? Because it should get into as many hands as possible. And here's another interview that we've done with Daphne. Check it out.
Off on the last time I was on the show, we were talking about this crazy schedule that I put myself on at the beginning for the beginning of the year. It's like, I was inspired to do this comic during lockdown, and by the time like November came around, I was like going, you know what, for 2021 it's either go big or go home. Mm-hmm. And once I started, so I did issue 1 in January. It performed modestly, but some of the numbers really surprised me. It actually, even though like monetarily it performed modestly, I had 133 backers, which after like 18, 19 plus Kickstarters that I've either run or helped run, that was the most amount of people I ever had interested in any of the books on Kickstarter that we had, me and JD. But it's like, but when I started my rather ambitious schedule for 2021 in January, I realized I might have bitten off more than I could chew. It was like, go big or go home, but it might have been a little too big. So what I started doing, to help like push these campaigns along, because I did issue 1 in January, and then I just finished Tall Tales Thieves Quest Volume 1. And now I'm on issue 2 of Egoraven, and pretty much the strategy is just to keep moving.
Right.
It's like you said, it's getting on all these shows, and promoting from the second, like 2 months out if I can. And then it's like, and then continuing just pretty much like nonstop promotion. Right. Like I said, I just came off of a Tall Tales campaign, and I just went into promoting Egoraven as that finished. So I haven't stopped promoting.
Right.
And I think that especially with online and the amount of signal to noise you have to work with, you have to constantly be out there, and like and you joke about the amount of shows that it seems to be on, but there's a lot more out there, and the whole, and it's like, I've heard of people who like they do 80 podcasts a month. Well, in the month they have a campaign, and it's like, oh, that might be a little too much for me.
Yeah,
80.
So
wow.
yeah, it's forcing that balance between promoting, but also not wasting your time.
Crazy, right? Crazy. And then, whenever she's had a Kickstarter, we've always showed love.
You've been plugged.
It's like, all right, you know what? You see, this is why it's good to be down with the craze, right? Because we're loyal, 100%. When an indie creator not only reaches out to us and says, hey, we love to promote our stuff on your platform, but they also support us in return and subscribe and encourage their followers to subscribe, it means a lot to us, and it goes a long way, which means that you have an open invite to come back anytime you want on the craze, and there's a lot of cats that haven't done that. But Daphne and JD have been 100% loyal, and they've always promoted the craze, and so we're always willing to help them in any way that we can, and so this is why this is easy for me. This is like seamless. I'm excited about this. Here's another clip from another interview that we did when she had her last campaign.
But how you doing? I mean, I'm excited for the project.
Oh, so am I.
Right? You're
killing it. You're killing it.
I'm funded.
You're
funded.
funded.
I mean, I kept it modest, but it's still good. It's still
Yes.
always
Absolutely.
good to fund.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially on the first day. So it's like, at least you get that pressure out of the way.
Yes. So for everybody watching this show,
Right.
tell us exactly what we are talking about. What is the project? What did you do? What happened?
Okay, so the project that we're talking about is my comic, Egoraven, Heir of the First Unicorn.
Yes.
And it's a personal project that I've pretty much been not necessarily sitting on, but I've been like working on and off with it like for the past like 20 years.
Oof.
Like it's like I came up with the character back at when I was at the School of Visual Arts, and the character started off more as like a personal mascot, like a portfolio mascot type of thing. And as the years went on and the more I noodled with it,
Right.
she became her own character with her own story to tell. And I started doing comic book pages as my hobby. Tall Tales was the main comic that I was working on.
Right.
That was my job comic.
Right.
But this one was my hobby comic because, as artists, it's like we just don't stop, right?
Right.
Right.
And it just got to a point where it's like, especially once lockdown started, that I seriously started to consider, it's like, you know what, I got to do something with this.
Right.
Right.
I've been sitting on this project for so long that it's like, now it's like, they shut everything down, can't go out, can't do anything. What can I do on top, with all this extra time that I have? It's like, oh, you know what? Let me color it in. Let me re-letter it. Let me tweak the artwork. Because the comic is on my website for free. the first 5 issues
Gotcha.
at egoworks.com, egoworks.com. And I decided to pretty much remaster it.
Right.
And that's how I ended up here.
Nice. Isn't that crazy? Right? It's you know what's great about having archives and these the database that we have here is that we're not just creators ourselves, but we're also spectators of the sport, because this is a sport of the game. And so when we can see people and colleagues and peers that we've traveled across the indie circuit with and watch them flourish, that is the best. We have box seats to you as a creative, and Daphne is killing it right now, and she has a smart strategy. If you haven't seen her, she's on the Breakfast Buzz, she's on with the Raging Cajun Girls, she's with everybody, and no matter where you look, you're going to see her. I thought I was a beast with the way I go out there and pimp myself out there when I'm trying to promote a project. But, she's really out there hustling, every day she's hustling. So, which is why I just felt like, I was like, man, should I just leave Friday alone? And this just came up. I was in the kitchen making my breakfast, and then I got an alert on my Kickstarter app, and it said Daphne's on the road. She wants to get to 5,000. I was like, yo, let's see if I can help put this out there and do my part to go out there and say, yo, if you're watching The Craze, if you're a supporter of The Craze, if you subscribe to The Craze, if you follow us, whether it's on, the radio, whether it's iHeartRadio, whether it's Apple Podcasts, whether it's Amazon Podcasts, whatever it is, if you listen to us on Google Play, or you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, and you support what we do, then pledge to Daphne today and pledge to Egoraven. You're going to, look, what's fact? Here's the reason why. It's great when a creator is likable, right? Because 9 times out of 10, people might not be sure if they're into the project. But if they like the person, they will. And if you don't know Daphne, go watch some of these videos in our archives and go check her out on her live stream. She has her own channel where she draws live and she chats. Humble, smart, talented, passionate, loyal. For that alone, you should give Egoraven a chance right now. I'm telling you, right now. And this is a creator talking. Somebody who runs my own campaigns. Somebody who does all, the same thing. I stream, whatever. And, but I'm saying, yo, give love back in a game, and invest in people that you normally wouldn't invest in. Take a chance on people you normally wouldn't take a chance on. Some of the guys, the big guys that are dominating the Kickstarter and Indiegogo platforms, they're raising, $300,000. $1 million. This ain't that, but it can be with your help, right? This has been a milestone year for her brand, Egoraven. A milestone year, killing it, funded in a couple of hours, breaking the 100 supporter mark. I mean, there's a lot of things happening, but you can get her to the $5,000 mark, and let's get to 150 backers, 150. Right? So check out Egoraven. It's a hot property. I'm not going to tell you about it. You heard her talk about it. She's done a lot of shows. She's going to come back on our show. She's coming back on our show. So you want to come and listen for yourself. But there's 12 days left. Currently 93 backers. You can do better than that. She got $33,020 in with 12 days left. It's a hot campaign. And she's a friend of The Craze. And any friend of The Craze, we ride or die. We got your back. And so support Daphne. Support Egoraven. Check it out. Read it. You're going to like it. With that said, thank you for spending some time with me on this special not planned episode. And I want to say to you, Daphne, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a supporter. Thank you for being a sponsor. And this is our way of saying we appreciate you. Have a blessed day. Subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you like this episode. Leave a comment below. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. Peace.
Subscribe now to Catch the Craze, the #1 show online for independent.
It's just easy. It's not.
Crazy. Acquiesce. No, I was talking about my friend Acquiesce. I met him. Say my name, right?
This is what you were thinking? Oh,
He described me. He said, I'm the
You're Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. To Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze on Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.